Hi guys, welcome back to my channel. My name is Lisa and this is the girl Miss Yarn. In this channel I talk about knitting, sewing, crocheting, vlogging, thrifting, all the things, okay? But today I'm gonna do a focus video where I'm going to talk about my vest number 2 by my favorite things, because although it's 100 degrees outside and I am sweating, this is not glow, this is sweat. I am so ready for fall, and what best to start working on my knitting than when it's 100 degrees outside and you just want to knit with merino and some mohair. I know, I'm crazy, but I mean, I finished it, so let's get to it. Guys, I cannot believe it's been almost a year. It's gonna be in September 5th or 6th, something like that, that I moved to Texas. It's been a year. Everything has changed. 4 seasons in this new environment have been so eye-opening, and everything that I need or everything have changed. For instance, the way I moisturize my skin is different. I now have 2 harvest seasons or 2 gardening seasons. So right now I'm putting tomatoes down on the ground for a November harvest, and then I'm gonna be putting more tomatoes down on the ground in February for a May harvest. But then in summer I'm not gonna have any harvest because it's like so hot. But I also have caught myself needing a couple of I don't know, like transitional pieces like cardigans and vests, things that I can put on or take off if it gets too hot. The fall, winter, spring here is quite mild, but it gets kind of cold, especially in the winter. So I have things for that. I need more things for the fall, spring season, and I thought what best to start with a vest, because I don't have anything like this. I don't own or have knitted anything like that, and at the same time I can use with you know, by itself or over dresses, shirts and stuff like that. So I pick vest number 2 by my favorite things, and what I love about this pattern is that it's just like a regular fit. No shaping, nothing. It's very classic, and I wanted to knit it in something that it was very neutral color, so I can you know use with a couple of stuff that I already own. So I was debating if I wanted like a speckle or something a little bit more, you know, kind of like vibrant, but at the same time I definitely gonna go there. But for this first one I wanted something very, very neutral. So I had the yarn in my stash and I'm going to talk about that, but let's talk about this pattern in particular by my favorite things, vest number 2. Basics. I got it through the website My Favorite Things, and it's a pay pattern. You get a PDF, and like the old lady that I am, I went ahead and printed right away. And she describes this as a regular fit, I will say unisex vest, and no shaping, nothing like that. Work from the top down. What I love about this pattern, I've a couple patterns from her, but I've never sat down and finished something. She gives you a workflow, like a pep talk. Like, this is what I'm gonna do. Woo! 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 That's what was the pep talk or the workflow. Like, we know this is we're gonna do this first, and then we're gonna do that later, and then we're gonna do it. So you know what to expect, and thank you, that's refreshing. This pattern comes from extra small to XXL, or to fit a circumference chest of 50 inches, not too size inclusive, but I mean. She suggests a size US size 7 for the body, and then US size 4 for the rib, and a gauge of whatever we're not going to talk about, because you guys know I'm severely allergic to gauge swatching. So I YOLO it. She used 2 strands to knit this. She used Knitting for Olive cotton merino, and then silk mohair blend. I have Knitting for Olive, the cotton merino that I use for another project, and this one is kind of very thin. It's light fingering, and definitely you need another thing with this, because this was a hassle when I started knitting with this one for another project. I was just like, this is so thin. So that's it. Super straightforward. A couple of pages of this. No, I found no problem with it. The instructions are really easy to follow, and I was super excited. So let's talk about the yarn that I picked for this project. Back in 2020, I got a big box of yarn, and in that box I got a couple skeins of each of these yarns or bases. This is the Chibui Knits in the Sima. This one has 328 yards or 50 grams, and it's in the color Mineral, discontinued. And I got 3 of the Silk Cloud Mohair 330 yards, and in the same color Mineral, 25 grams. So I use 1.5 for this beauty. Coincidentally, even though it has the same yardage, I ran out of this one so fast, and I'm sorry because there's like construction sky going up and down for it's been like more than an hour, so I apologize. You guys know when I'm using Silk Cloud or any silk mohair blend, I like to use plastic needles, but I didn't have the US size 7. I cannot find a set of plastic needles that have all the sizes and they're cute. I found like the cheap ones that they sell at Hobby Lobby, and I had a size US 8 and US size 6, not US size 4 or 7. So I ended up using Addie's. I feel like I go faster with the plastic. I don't know why, but I used 1.5, and I ended up doing a size medium for my size. So we have a couple of inches of positive ease, and because I didn't gaze watch, I was actually working or playing Russian roulette. Let's go. Let me talk about the process. So you start in the back, and you have a couple of stitches that you cast on. I think it was like 30 something for my size, and I was like, what? What is going on? So you start here, and then you start doing some increases on each side until you have the desired you know, stitches suggested in the pattern, and then after that you work down back and forth until you hit the ease of the sleeve or the armhole. So back here you start working some increases, and I did cut 2 increases because I thought it was too big. So I went ahead and I eliminated 2 repeats of the increases here. What I made sure is when I went to the front, I did the same thing. So you start on the left side and you pick up right here on this area. So no seaming, no nothing. It's just, I actually was like, yeah, no seaming, yes. So you pick up and then you start working down, and because you have this bead shape, you're gonna have some increases every so often until you arrive here, and then you have increases on both sides to keep adding to the V shape, but as well adding to the arm ease or the armhole ease. And I did the same thing. I made sure that I eliminated those 2 repeats. So I did that on the other side. Again, you're gonna mirror image the same thing that you did on the left to the right. I think he's doing it on purpose now. I think he's right here right now. Are you freaking kidding me? So after I finished all the increases, I went ahead and started working in the round, and I worked the body until the length for the extra small, and the length was from the top of the neck to desired length. So I did 19 inches because I did want it a little bit you know, kind of like not too cropped but not too long either, because you guys know this was going to grow a little bit with blocking. Went ahead and switched to size US size 4 needles, and I did the recommended you know, length for the rib, and I did finish with an Italian bind off that is supposed to be stretchy, but it's not as stretchy as I thought it was going to be. Right now everything is looking quite big because I don't have the rib on neck and armhole, so I was freaking out a little bit, to be actually very honest. So if you're gonna make this or something similar, make sure that or keep in mind that you definitely are going, I think it's gonna be changed when you add the rib. So I went ahead and I added started working on the neck rib, and I did mess up this first stitch right here, but I don't think nobody will see it from far away. So I did recommend the length for the rib, and everything kind of like laid flat. It looks so cute. I finished up with a tight Italian bind off, and then I went ahead and I cast on both sleeves, and I did recommend it. No, I did two, I think I did the exact same stitches that it was supposed to be in the neck, but I did add four less stitches. So because it's a 1 by 1 rib, I made sure that it was pairs or it ended up in an even number. And I went ahead and I did the recommended length for the rib, and I did the Italian bind off. And when I did one sleeve, I was so, I loved it. And I was like, oh, I relaxed. And then I finished the other one, and it completely changed, and I love it. If I'm going to do any modifications or I'm going to make this again, I will definitely do a split hem, and I will do a little bit of short rows on the back. Even though I didn't do any of the short rows, it looks a little bit dropped on the back. I don't know why, but I like it. Definitely the slip hem, I don't know, it lays flat better for me, and it gives it like a little twist here and there. So I will do that if I will do that next time. I would love to add any kind of like edging to the rib just to give it a little more feminine touch, but you know, that is things that you guys can do if you want to do something similar. And I love it. I blocked it, and it did grow a lot like a chia pet. And I was a little worried it was gonna be too big then, but it ended up being cute. I think definitely I can wear it by itself. It's gonna be a little bit sexy, a little bit more revealing, a little bit more low than I wanted it. But it's so beautiful, and I am so glad that I actually made this one. I was asked to style my knits, and I'm going to go ahead and I'm going to do a couple of styling with things that I own in my closet and how I will wear this out in the wild. I have not planned anything. I have not swapped my wardrobe. We're still in the summer closet, and I will gladly show you guys my closet, but I am going to add a little shoe rack and everything is everywhere, so I'm a little embarrassed, but maybe next time I'll show you guys my new shoe rack, because I have all my shoes all over the floor and I cannot for the life of me. So let's get to styling. Number one, I will use it with this skirt by itself, just like a shell. I tucked it in, but you can leave it outside. I have no problem with either. And I love it. It just looks kind of like cute, but a little too formal for me. Let's try it a little bit more casual. Let's see what I come up with. This is definitely more my style. I will wear it with some heels, but I love the monotone, kind of like one tone situation going on. This is very similar color jeans that I got from Nordstrom, and they are that wide leg, has some rips here and there, but definitely more dressed down. I will wear this with probably a long sleeve underneath if it's chillier, but so far, oh my gosh, I love this. This is like the perfect combo. Let me try it over a dress or over a shirt. I don't know. Let me see what else I come up with. So this will be a good example for a dress. I love this dress. It's more fall-y, however, it's really thin. So I feel sometimes I wear this and I'm like seriously freezing, but it has that darker tone. So I will definitely probably put it on top of this, and then, you know, just take it off if needed. just for like an overlay piece. Like I said, all my fall dresses are in storage, but this will be something that I will wear probably and then take it off if it's needed. Let me see if I can find another dress. Maybe not. Let me do a button down. Let me see what else I can find. Okay, I couldn't find another dress, but I pulled this button down that has a little bow on the neck. It's a little crop. I don't know if you can, yeah, you can see peeking a little bit down here. I unbutton the last two buttons just so we have this opening kind of like style here. And I have some straight jeans. They're a little short and crop, and I will wear it with some Chelsea boots if I'm going to wear this out in and about. And really warm, really cute. I love this shirt so much. So that's another option. And I think I'm gonna stop here because I'm dying. It's so hot, but let's go back to the studio. That's it for me this week. Thank you so much for watching. If you like this video, please like it and subscribe and follow me on Instagram. I don't know what I'm going to show you guys next week. That's going to be up in the air. Maybe I do probably a craft room tour or something like that. Maybe I show you guys my new shoe rack. But until then, happy knitting. Bye.